Welcome to the Grit Nation team call. It is Sunday night, August 12th. I cannot believe it is already August. Like, it's crazy. But so many exciting things happened while we were at Celebration. Like, I was very nervous about going just because I've had other experiences, and it blew my mind. Like, the quality of people in this company surpasses everything you could ever imagine. Even if you've belonged to other network marketing companies, this is so different. Like, so different. It's not even like it's unreal. The age ranges from like 18 to like 94, and I believe 92. 92. So number one in our company is a 92-year-old man from Philadelphia. His name is Jimmy the Butcher, and legit, he walked on stage like air punching, like he was like just crazy. It was so crazy. But so many nuggets of wisdom. I've been in network marketing for 4 years, and I have never just found that like feeling of confidence behind what I do because I've never really had the tools. I've kind of had to piece things together. In this past week while we were there, they gave us literally everything to be successful, and they are incentivizing everything for us to be successful because they really want us to run. They want us to max out our compensation plan. They want us to earn the bonuses and the trips and all of the things. And they are laying it out with the Say, Share, Do and how they're going to make that happen for us. So I'm going to share our slideshow. I'm really excited. You guys, if you ever have to do a slideshow, Canva has like the most incredible ones. You just like slap it together. It's so easy. So celebration recap. Recap. We're going to talk about business strategy, how to get paid and get your people paid, which is something that was very important for us to learn this past week. The Dash to Disney, what it is, how you can achieve it, where you can find the information, and then the Say, Share, Do, how to overcome objections and things like that. So first, we're going to talk about the Dash to Disney. I'm so excited about this because I've always wanted to go. My entire family, except for myself, has gone like 2 or 3 times. And I was pregnant the first time and then new baby the second time. And so I really, really, really am excited about going. And I have told my 3-year-old that we are going. And it's going to happen because she reminds me every day. She's like, Mom, we're going to go to Disney. I was like, I know. I'm going to work my butt off until it happens. So Dash to Disney. Here are the details. You have to register. Thank you, Mary, for reminding us of that. So you go in your back office and you go under Contest and Promotions, and it's right at the top under Contest and Promotions. All you have to do is just click, are you registering? Like it'll give you the details, and then at the bottom it'll say register for Dash to Disney. You click on it, and literally all you do is just, it's like beep, done. And it registers you. Every point that you have earned towards Dash to Disney from July 30th until November 18th will be calculated, and there's a place in there too where you can see who is in the top 250 or 100. And the reason this is important is because the top 125 earners get a 3-day Walt Disney World Park Hopper tickets, a 4-night stay at the Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, and a $1,000 travel cash to use between March 14th and 18th in Orlando in resort and spa. Wow. Lots of incentives, a lot of really cool things. Top 250 earn their passes plus the stay at the resort, and then obviously everyone that gets 10,000 plus points earns the 3-day Walt Disney World Park Hopper tickets. This is crazy exciting because it's really easy to earn 10,000 points. Like, really easy to earn 10,000 points. Basically, 10 value packs gets you to Disney. And we're going to talk a little bit about how the points are earned. So Dash to Disney is about growing and supporting your entire Isagenix family. This is the part that's the get paid, get your people paid. And how we are going to get our new customers to become associates and quickly become, I just lost my brain part, consultants. How we're going to teach them how to bring on their 2 people and make it a requirement and something that we want them to do. 1, because they're going to earn their money back. 2, because then they are entered by signing 2 people up underneath them. That starts their Dash to Disney pack. They're instantly going to get paid. They're going to make part of their money back. They're going to get bonuses. They're going to get all of these things. So then we are going to, it breaks it down. Customers and associates points. Initial orders, 1 point per 1 BV. So if you have a customer that comes on with the value pack, that's like 352 volume points. So you get 352 volume points per that package. When they, excuse me, when they get an auto ship order. So I'll talk more about this in just a second, but when you set up an auto ship order for them for the following month, they get 1 BV per the points for their package. And then any subsequent orders that they have that get volume points for that, you get points for that. Customer and associate orders. Initial order. Sorry guys, I'm choking. Okay, 3 initial orders, 3 points per 1 BV. So when you have an associate who has people order under them, you get 3 points for their initial order. So your people get 1 point per every BV. You get 3 points per the BV of that order. Same with the auto ship and everything else. I hope I have that right. But go back and look on that website. It's right up here. Under contests and promotions, you can find all the details there. And if I'm wrong, I misquoted, please let me know, because I'm still making sure that I know this right. So essentially what they want us to do is to really focus on expanding our team. This means helping your people come on, and we'll talk more about it in just a second, but come on as consultants to get paid, start earning their points towards Disney, really create that vision of what's possible with Isagenix. So dream big. So while we were in Nashville, we got some headshots taken. Mine turned out really well, and this is untouched, so I'm really happy with it. But what they told us was to write out our goals. Like, write out your goals and send them to someone that's going to hold you accountable. So we all exchange goals pretty much. I have some pretty lofty ones that include a lot of hustle. Do I know if they're going to happen? I have no idea. But, and I'll share them with you guys. I don't have my journal right now, but I know one of them for sure was to earn $128,000 by the end of the year. Why 128? Because I'm going to be 28 in like 2 weeks. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of team growth. But my focus is going to be solely on signing business builders to build a business and to grow and to go. Don't know if I'll hit it. Have no idea. My other goal is to see all of you guys at Disney with your families, to get to go and to do. And I would love to see you guys earn your hotel as well. I think it would be really awesome to be in the top 250 or even in the top 100 earners, to have our team just grow and flourish and to just see all of these things come to fruition. My other goal is to write a $25,000 check at the end of the year to Tithes and our favorite charities. So I support the A21 campaign, which is working to end sex slavery around the world. And I would love to be able to write a check for that. Like, that's a crazy amount of money, but I mean, if you're not crazy, what are you doing with your life? So write your goals down and remind yourself of them every day. So have them posted on your desk. Carry them in your wallet. So I wrote them down. I carry it in my wallet every time I think about what I want to do this year, and then next year I just open it up and I look at it and remind myself. A lot of people use sticky notes. Stick it on your desk. If you have a dry erase board in front of you, I now have 2 boards in front of my desk so that I can look at them every single day and remind myself what I'm working for and why. Thirdly, tell your children. If your children talk, tell them, because they'll remind you and they'll ask you about it. And you want to have that close accountability, because that's what's going to keep you focused and on track. And on the days like yesterday when I was sitting in the airport and I was stressed out and I was freaking out, I was like, you know what? I could be doing a little bit of something. So that was following up with people. I followed up with a few people, and it gave me that sense of peace the moment I started working, because I stress. It's like preparing for a test. You spend more time, people that cheat, focusing on how to cheat than you do actually studying. And for me, I spend more time thinking about the things that I should be doing in my business versus just doing little bitty things every single day to get me where I want to be. And that's, if you struggle with that too, pick a couple of things to do a day, add some friends, have a conversation, comment on people's posts, like whatever it is, you just have to start somewhere versus not doing anything because you can't do everything. I have been so bad about that, but I have to remind myself that it starts somewhere. and then it can build on itself, because as you start doing these things regularly, you build confidence behind them. When you don't message people, the first time you reach out to someone, it's freaking scary. And it's a little unnerving. And you're second guessing yourself, second guessing what you're saying. You're worried about what they're thinking. When if you do it consistently, you put on that bulletproof vest that we're going to talk about, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what they say to you. You're just creating a conversation. You're passionate about the work that you're doing. Your dreams do matter. Don't ever let anyone tell you that they don't. Don't ever let anyone tell you how big or how crazy your dreams can be, because I have crazy, incredible dreams for all of the things that I do. And I don't know if they're going to happen. And I have no idea how they're going to happen. But I know that because I believe in them and I'm going to keep speaking them like they're happening, they're going to happen in some form or fashion. They look different than what I thought they would look, but it's there. No one can make you feel inferior unless you give them the power to do so. So when you're behind the screen, you're messaging people, and we're going to talk about objections next. No one can make you feel inferior unless you let them. Because a lot of times when you get backlash from the things that you share or you talk about, when things get a little bit gritty and I talk about, more personal things, sometimes that backlash reminds me that the people that I'm talking to aren't where I'm at. And that's okay. And maybe they're going through something right now and they're blaming all of the wrong things instead of owning what is happening and working to make that change. Some people just aren't there yet. And so don't let them make you feel less or feel inferior, because they're not there and they're just not at that place right now to accept what you're putting out there. That is okay. You know what's going to happen? They're going to send that nasty message, or they're going to send a comment or an email or whatever, and they're going to keep watching you. And they're going to keep wishing that they had started with you and that they had done things differently than they have. And then eventually they're going to come to you and they're going to say, hey, I'm really sorry for what I said. It wasn't the right time. I was going through this or I was going through that. I would love to learn more about what you're doing. But you have to be consistent. Another thing that we learned was owning the fact that you are in network marketing. I think so many times we allow people to say all the things about network marketing. I said the things about network marketing before I was a part of it, because my mom was with Pampered Chef for like 18 to 20 years. I don't even remember how long. And I told myself, I was like, ugh, I will never do that. That is so ridiculous. She had to have all of this stockpiles of stuff in our house, and we always had cookware coming, and we had all the things. And oh man, my husband just reminded me I forgot to dry the blankets and the bunnies that go for bedtime. Crap. Anyway, before I was a part of it, I said I would never do it, and I thought it was icky. And even when I was coaching, if someone asked me what I did for a living, I wouldn't tell them that I was a Beachbody coach, because I was a little bit ashamed of it. I never really owned it until I quit. And that's sad to admit, but I never got comfortable enough. I never felt like I could bring people on and offer them something. But now I feel like I can offer them the world, and literally the sky is the limit. I can show them the business plan. I can show them a compensation plan. I can show them how everything works and show them that it's possible. And so I feel comfortable owning the fact that I'm in network marketing, because it's changing my life. And because I have articles like the Forbes magazine that backs up the fact that network marketing is one of the top 5 smartest ways and fastest ways to grow your income if you do it correctly. And we have been blessed with a company that takes into consideration the things that we struggle with, and they make roadmaps for us. How to become a Crystal executive. What happens when you do that? The incentives to get there. The Say, Share, Do that we're going to talk about in just a second. Thank you, Mary, for all of your notes and tips, because I don't have my journal. But own the fact that you're network marketing and you're proud of it and you love it. Own the fact that you love your results. This is the one thing that you guys that are struggling, you're not owning your results. You're not talking about what you're doing. You're scared. And I get it. It's hard to put yourself out there. It's hard to talk about those things. But the more you get comfortable loving your journey and the things that you have been on and the way you're changing, the more you're going to draw your people in, because they're going to see something that you've been through, something that you were doubting, something that you were scared of. Sharing that part of your journey is so integral to seeing your business grow, to seeing yourself grow, to growing that confidence. seeing the way that your mindset has been changing and your body's changing and your gratitude and all of those things, sharing that is what draws people in, because they're like, I want some of that. I want to know what it's like to belong to a tribe. I want to know what it's like to have energy. Oh my gosh, would I love to have energy. I want to know what it's like to lose a couple of pounds and to just feel good in my skin. And then to start having positive thoughts surrounding food. Like, I would love to know what it's like. So you got to share it. It's scary. I get it. I totally get it. I share about all kinds of scary stuff. But it's always worth it, because those messages that people send me at the most random times, after I have followed up with them 10 times and I've not heard anything back, and then they'll respond to a post or an Instagram story that I've had and said, thank you for that. This is what I've been going through. I've been following you. I know I haven't answered your messages. I just wasn't ready, or I wasn't, whatever. And sometimes it has nothing to do with products. Sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't. It's just them thanking me for being a good human. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing more powerful than that. Okay, power pose, music, and getting into state. This is something that is so important, and if I had learned it, I misspelled that. Whoops. Music is misspelled. If I had learned it sooner, I think that it would have helped me a lot more. So, power pose. This is all part of getting into state, and how I get into state is through music. So I don't listen to audiobooks. I don't listen to podcasts. I listen to music. Bruno Mars, Whitney Houston. Who else is on my list? Hold on, I'll tell you. I created a playlist. I have Apple Music. I created a playlist that I'm going to start listening to before I sit down to work. The song "This Is Me" from The Greatest Showman, which I sent to you guys, and I said, this is like at the end of the year, like, this is our song, like, this is me. Anchored by Bethel Music. Just a couple other ones that are just like, yeah, just get me excited. Some Beyonce, Love on Top. Songs that are fun, that have a beat, that like get my heart pumping, and like I can do like a little jam session in my office before I sit down to talk to people. Because when I'm excited and I'm happy, that comes through in my messages. So when I sit down to work for the day, whether it's doing birthday messages or follow-ups or just responding to someone's post, like, I have energy flowing through my fingers and flowing through my voice, and they're going to hear that, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh. Like Erica, every time you talk to Erica, the woman sounds like she is on drugs. Like, she is so hyper and just energetic and just like full of life. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I know we're taking the same things, but I feel like you're doing something different. It lifts your moods, elevates your energy. Attraction statements. So this is another thing that you need to be doing every single day. Today, I allow myself to attract people who are, what qualities do you want in the people you surround yourself with? Big thinkers, big doers, people that are motivated in a business mindset, who are have a servant's heart, people who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty, who are willing to invest time and energy into their business, who have whatever it is that you want in your team, in your tribe. Write that down. Because crazy enough, as you start to write it down and you say it to yourself over and over and over again in your mind, it's going to happen. Gratitude journaling. This is the thing that I love most, because there are a lot of things that go on, and I tend to be a very negative person when it's just like one thing after another. This past month was really hard for me mentally, just because there was so much going on. There was so much business growth happening. I just mentally didn't know how to keep up with it. So gratitude journaling. I would get up in the mornings as I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, and I'd say, I'm just so grateful that this is my life. Like, my struggle is worrying about emails and creating forums and like people getting their products. Like, I am so grateful that this is my life, and that I get to be home and I get to work in power pockets of my day when my kids nap. That I'm going to be able to afford part-time daycare this year, so that I have more, full-time commitment to my business. Like, that my marriage is thriving and healthy, that we are home, that, like, whatever it is, like, be grateful for where you're at, because there's so much growth. And when you look at things from a growth mindset, when you talk to people, even people who aren't ready, your mindset is growing, and you think of positive ways to serve them. And we'll talk more about that as we're creating instant consultants. Practice writing your goals as if they have already happened. I learned this from Rachel Hollis in Girl Wash Your Face, and I also some like podcasts that she does. She writes her goals as if they have already happened. And she said sometimes her goals are 10 years in the making. but she writes them every single day until they do happen. Because your mind is such a powerful thing. If you believe something so strongly, you can make anything happen. And it's crazy because it's true. Like, it is 100% crazy and true. I remember when I created the design for the North Dakota shirts that we sold, I said, we're going to do at least 10,000 in sales. Like, there, no doubt in my mind, we surpassed that. And it was crazy just because I remember just saying, like, we're going to do it. Like, why not? If not me, someone else is going to, so why not me? Practice your power pose. So this, as I'm sitting in my chair, is a little hard to do, but you put both feet on the floor and you kind of get the ground under your toes and you feel that energy coming up. And when you stand in front of people and talk about your business, or at the practice at the post office, like, wherever, but like really practice getting your shoulders back and like taking up some freaking space. Like, I belong here. I belong on this earth. I matter. What I'm doing matters. Like, I mean, obviously I don't have to say this to everybody to talk to, but, practice like getting your shoulders back and carrying your head up high and looking people in the eye when you talk to them. This is something I have really had to practice because I don't like to look at people when I talk. It makes me nervous. But I'm like, I belong in this world. I am doing big things. And so when I look at people, I'm going to look at them, one, as if they matter, and two, as if everything that they're saying is important to me. And I'm going to feel that, and I'm going to feel that energy. And then I'm going to send out my vibrations when I talk to them because I'm confident. I am strong. I'm smart. I am capable. I am able. And that comes through when I stand up and I'm like, yes. So a lot of times, like, I walk around and I do voice messages and I'm like, practice posing in my kitchen after I've had a dance party. Like, it's so important because when you can feel that energy like flowing through your body, it makes handling objections so much easier. Like, so much easier. I handle objections like a boss, and I'm about to show you, thanks to Mary for all these tips, but here it goes. It takes a special kind of stubbornness to succeed as an entrepreneur. And this is 100%, 1,050 million% true. You have to be resilient. You have to be stubborn. You have to just be like, yeah, this is all part of owning it, and confidence and power pose and all the things. Number one, Mary actually got this while we were in Nashville. It's a pyramid scheme. First of all, pyramid schemes are illegal and involve the promise of money or products that the investor never receives. It's a scam, and the person above them knows it's a scam. And that's really all you got to say to that. Well, first of all, pyramid schemes are illegal, so that's not really, With Isagenix, if I sign Carrie on and Carrie takes on with her business, she can overcome me. In fact, we encourage it. I encourage you all to surpass me, like freaking surpass me, because I'm going to cheer you on. And if I'm not hustling enough to be where you're at, I don't deserve that title. I don't deserve it at all. And that's what I want you guys to know. If you're going to run, I'm going to match you step for step, and I'm going to haul butt to get wherever you're at. Like, it energizes me. And I think it's incredible momentum to have people that are running, because those of us that are very competitive, it challenges us to move and to be innovative and to think of new things to grow our business and grow our mindsets and be different. Like my post tonight, everybody posted a lot of things from our team and from Nashville. I feel like we're all kind of different. And I didn't want to look at anyone else's post before I posted my own because I am different. I have never fit in, ever. Never, ever, ever for the longest time, because I don't belong to any one kind of people. I belong to just like diverse. Like, I'm just diverse. I think of things differently. And I want you to think about that as you really start digging into posting and sharing and signing people. It is okay to do things differently. It is okay to own the fact that you don't like to do the things that everybody else likes to do. Obviously, take some suggestions, but when you spend so much time trying to be like other people, you stop finding your own voice and you start to go with the flow. And there was a quote that I posted that said, only dead fish go with the flow. Don't be a dead fish. Like, swim upstream, fight for the things that you believe in, because we're all different and we all should have our own signature. Like, we should all have our own, like, this is what I stand for. This is what I'm fighting for. This is what I want most. Don't be so caught up in all of the things. If it doesn't honor where you're at, say no. If it's not your personality, you need to challenge yourself at some point. But, if it's so far becoming something that you're not, that you have no desire to be, say no and be okay with saying no. You're going to get a lot of kickback and whatever. It's totally fine. It's too expensive. How often do we hear this, guys? Like I hear it all the time. Hear it all the time. And this is where we're going to break down how to create instant consultants. We are going to break down how they can come on. Like we're going to ask them. So how long approximately is it going to take you? Like how much do you think that you could contribute a week to a little fund to get yourself started? And we're talking value pack. Go big or go home. If these people are really thinking about it and really want to do it, we're going to speak value pack. And we're going to say, this is the very best value for your money. Unless you're coming on with your spouse, then go for the president pack. But value pack. So this is how much it's going to cost. Roughly, it's going to be like $621 with tax. So how long do you think we need to prepare to set aside 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks a week towards your pack? Like, what do we estimate here? You know, and it's fine if it takes a couple weeks, 10 weeks. Like someone was saying it took one of their people 10 weeks. Okay, great. I got to speed up. Okay, great. We've got 10 weeks. So in that 10 weeks, we're going to try to find you at least 10 to 12 people to come on with in the beginning. One, they're going to go straight to the top. They're going to be signing people left and right, and instantly they've made back everything that they invested and some. Two, we're going to help them create a post that tells people what they're doing. So you're going to brainstorm, you're going to get to know them, you're going to get to know their personality, and you're going to help them write an invitation post that they're going to post with their beautiful picture on their page on a Sunday night around 8 to 8:30, because that's when the most attraction happens, explaining what they want to do and why, and inviting people to join them, okay? And then you're going to teach them about say, share, do. So you're already teaching them the business techniques that is going to help them grow and succeed as a consultant and beyond. So when they come on, they're making instant money. One, which is a motivator to keep going, because they're like, oh my gosh. And it's not just a little bit of money. We're talking a couple thousand as they come on. Like, I wish I had known this when I signed all of you, and I apologize when I didn't, but we're learning together. So that's how you battle that objection. You say, well, how long would you need and how much can you contribute a week? Let's find your people. And then you're going to help them as they start having conversations. So you're becoming a leader in your team. You're teaching your team what to do. And these people don't even know that they're your team yet. Okay? It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, I wish that I would have had this. Anyway, so it's too expensive. That's how we're going to overcome this. I'm too busy for all of that. We don't do this because we're bored and looking for something to do. We do this to add a little stability in our life. And for some people, a lot more than that. A total facelift to their life and beyond. I started network marketing because I didn't want to have to ask my husband for more money. I didn't want to have to decide between buying mascara or buying diapers. And I remember the first check that I got that paid for all of our groceries for a week and a tank of gas. I cried. I cried for like a really long time because it was huge to me. And now that's nothing. But then that was life-changing. Now it's paying all of our debt off. And I can do that in a short, before Christmas. And we're talking over $10,000 to $20,000 in debt because I'm willing to get uncomfortable for just a little bit. Like, think about the kind of things that would change your life so drastically and work every single day like your life depends on it, because we know, we have seen, this business has proven that it can do that. I'm not a salesperson. Me neither, and praise God for that. All I do is share products. I love with people who could benefit from them. I never lead with the business. Cold messages, don't do it. I actually do lead with the business a lot. But for newer people, that may not be your thing. Because I have such high income goals and I've been around this for a little while, I want people to know what this business can do. Not only are the products going to make you feel amazing and change your life, but this business is going to blow your mind. And so I do lead with the business. And I'm like, hey, I love your vibe. I love to connect with you. But for you, newbies, products may be the way to go. If you want to grow your income, learn the compensation plan, lead with the business. Find people that honor you. Yes, Mary, unmute yourself, girl.
Yeah, so I just said I never lead with the business, as in I never like cold message the like, hey girl, I'm with this business. Mm-hmm. I think you'd be really great. Like, I connect with them to connect with them and then learn about them. And then if they have a need if they express a need for financial stability, then I'll say, hey, I got a solution for you. If they express a need for weight loss, I got a solution for you. So that's what I kind of meant with like, I never leave with the business. I never cold message like that, because if I get a cold message like that, I don't even read it. I'm not messing with you. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, that's so true. Connection is the best thing ever, because not only do you create that know, like, trust, people are willing to ask you questions about things that are not related to business. And then it slowly trickles into, hey, I've been watching you. What do you do for work? Like, what is it that you do? Because we're sharing a lifestyle. Like, you're not having to share products all the time. You're sharing a lifestyle. And something that someone showed, like, that made a lot of sense, was to have like product placement in the background. So not so much shake pictures anymore, but like having, like, if you have the new essential oils. So we can talk more about that on another call, but look into the essential oils and the product trainings on that. I got the Content blend because I do have doTERRA oils already, but this offers something a little bit different. But having like my diffuser going and maybe the pretty blue bottle sitting behind, and when I take a portrait of my face, you can kind of see that going in the background, or see like Reese running around with the Isagenix green or blue shaker bottle, like whatever it is, Cleanse for Life, something in the background. So people are like, what is that in your background? Like, what is it that your kids are drinking? Like, what is that? So that they ask questions. But you're connecting with them because you think they're a cool human being, and you'd like to have coffee with them, and you'd like them to, one day learn what your feet smell like. Just saying. I'd rather run with, and yes, that is from our trip to Nashville. Everybody learning what feet smell like. I'd rather run with one than drag 100. We have to get out of the mindset of I have to have 100 people to be successful. You don't. You need 1 or 2 good people who see the vision and who go after it. You don't need 1,000 people. You don't need all of the people in the world. You don't have to sell 15 value packs a month to be successful in this business. And I think that quality mindset is what slows so many of us down, because you're like, I don't have enough time to find all of these people. So start small. 1 over 100. You want people who want to run. Okay, there we go. Handling, okay, let's see. We made it through that. So say sure do. I will drop this into the team page so you guys have this for yourself to look through it. Say birthday messages. This is something that's super powerful. Send people a freaking birthday message. I don't like doing them either, but I get some really incredible messages back. And it creates that open door for just conversations, connections. Bulletproof vest. Not everyone is in the right season of life to take what we offer, and that's okay. And I will share that if this opportunity had come to me at any other time 6 months earlier, I would have said no. I wouldn't have even entertained the idea. I would have said no. It's all about where people are at. It's all about what they need. And like Mary said, if we can meet a need, if we have a solution to a problem they have. Expect no, anticipate yes. It is not about us. Your ego is not your amigo. If they don't answer you, if it's not right now, it's not about you. There's so much going on behind non-social media that we don't know. Don't change your style just because someone says no, or because they're so ugly. Like, people are hateful, and it's just like they have nothing better to do with their times. But it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Want more? Certainly. Stay, don't ask. Show them the life. Live the lifestyle. Indifference. Love them no matter if they say yes or no. Passion is a business strategy. Have high energy. Focus on finding people that you like to run your business with. This goes with quality over quantity. Use voice messages. Reply to comments on pictures and immediately private message them. Don't be so cryptic that you're like, oh, like, are you selling drugs? Like, why don't you tell me what the name is? But send them a message and say, hey, girl, thanks so much for your question on my post. So what I do is with a company called Isagenix. It's a nutrition and wellness company. We also provide solutions for health, wellness, and financial fitness or something. I don't know what they say. So share. New IsaLaugh app is coming out August 15th. This will allow us to send a link to people once we've created a cart for them so they can enter their own credit card information. It's amazing. Prospects are watching everything. If it doesn't duplicate, it doesn't matter. If it's fun, they will come. Make everything you do duplicatable. That is the say, share, do. Easy. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use the tools that are there for you because they are there for you. And from someone who likes to reinvent everything, it's there for you. Use it. The curse of the sponsor monster. Don't be an expert on all things Isagenix. You do not have to know everything before you start working. I don't know 90% of the products or what's in them. which is probably really dumb. I know that I eat them or I drink them and I feel good. That's all that I care about. Hopefully there's not like cocaine in there. I'm just kidding. But, you know, you don't have to know everything before you start inviting people, before you start having conversations. It's not important that you know all of the details, because you can look up or Google anything that you don't know. So, yeah, prospects should be able to see themselves in your shoes. This is part of creating that vision, where you started, what you do every day, making it so simple that anyone can do it. Stay steadfast in your approach. Do not give up. There are going to be hard days. And on those hard days when you don't want to do anything, do it anyway. Just remember that doing something is better than doing nothing. So it gets you closer whether you're able to complete it all or you are not. If you want to be an expert in something, be an expert on how people make money. That is the first thing that they're going to ask. Yes, they want to lose weight, but they want to know, how can I earn my money back on this? How can I, you know, whatever. My mother-in-law wants to sign up, and I told her, find a couple of friends from work and you'll instantly make your money back. And she'll instantly become a consultant, which will instantly grow my business. And we will instantly be moving on. And she'll make money and she'll be like, oh,